In this module, we are going to discuss about the basics of qualitative studies. The qualitative study is by a study which is carried out in the natural setting of the participant. Take for instance, if we are studying the uh, uh, the experiences of HIV positive women who are in the prison, then we need to go there and carry out the interviews or different methods of data collection in the natural setting where the participant lives. So this is one of the fundamental characteristics of qualitative study. Here, the researcher is not a passive instrument. Rather, researcher is the key instrument in data collection. How well a researcher performs his function as an instrument, the richer would be the qualitative data. The sources of data collection is multiple. Take for instance, it could be uh, it could be interview data, it could be secondary data, it could be a focus group data. So these multiple sources of data collection makes the qualitative data more richer. The process of data analysis is inductive. That means from a generic, we try to go down to specific in order to get insights from the theory. Take for instance, we see some particular phenomena and then we would try to theorize it at a inductive level. Take for instance, we see that person who is working in a hospital is experiencing emotional burnout, then we would be theorizing it, and then we realize that the person who is working there is working in maybe um, in a trauma ward. So at that time, how the working conditions can impact the traumatic experiences of employees would be the inductive theory what you are going to generate. In qualitative study, the emphasis is on participants' meaning out of an experience. This is important because we take an approach what we call constructivist approach or interpretivist approach. Here we are trying to make meaning out of participants' experiences in order to create a theory to explain the phenomena under consideration. The design here is an emergent design because we are not sure for certain what would be the sample size for for a particular study. The sample size is usually designed, take for instance, for a grounded theory study, whether the data has saturated, whether any new data has not a new data has not resulted into further categories. So this is an emergent design rather than a fixed design. We try to study the qualitative research through a theoretical lens, meaning the phenomena under which we are studying is not a standalone, but rather from prior studies, we try to take a stance or we take a deductive approach in order to understand the particular concept. So we take a theoretical lens. Also, the end point sometimes could be a theory which would enrich our understanding of this particular phenomena. Here, as we discussed, the participant's meaning, the objective here is an interpretive stance wherein we bring out this concept of making sense through participants' experiences. And in a, in a qualitative study, we take a holistic understanding of the data rather than a reductionist perspective of just taking one meaning unit. Take, for instance, in an interview, a person has said that I got a promotion and I have been given a new office, and the keys of the office was handed over to me. I went home with the keys of the office and I showed my spouse. And this is a individual meaning unit. So here we can understand here, if you look at only from an individual meaning unit, it will look a person got a promotion and a person went to display the new office which he has got to his spouse. But rather, if we look at it from a holistic perspective, we understand here the importance of motivation and how motivation, when you are giving either financial or non-financial rewards, how much employee attaches his emotions to the motivation as regards to he showing his prize of winning, getting an promotion and getting an office to his spouse. This is the end of this module.